What's going on, people? This your boy Shaw, aka Shaw the Barber, aka Skilled Hands at Work. Man, it's been a long day in that barbershop. I've been watching the news and I'm really getting tired of seeing something. Every time a black man gets on the news and is a Trump supporter or supporting Trump at this point, he's got to put on that Make America Great Again hat. Why do y'all feel like y'all have to keep putting on this Make America Great Again hat? Tell me, and I just want one person to tell me, when has America been better than it is right now for all people? All people. I'm talking about black, which can't say it's been all that great for black people here lately. Hispanics, can't say it's been all that great for Hispanics here lately. The gay and lesbian community, I would say y'all have been doing pretty good here lately. I'm not saying it's perfect. I mean, I know it's a lot of people out there that's bashing the gay and lesbian community. The massacre in Orlando, that was horrible. I mean, it don't matter if it's gay and lesbian or anybody, nothing like that should be happening. When has it been good for everybody? I mean, even right now, it's a women's movement going on, the Me Too movement. When has America ever been great? Just tell me the time frame. I love this country. There is no country on this earth that's better than this country. And even in all the things that we're going through now, there is no country that is better than the country we live in. I've been to a lot of countries and I'm a firm supporter of this country. But I will say that when you sit and say, Make America Great Again, that hat to me is the modern day, and it's just my opinion, but it's the modern day rebel flag, Confederate flag. It's the modern day one. I don't want to say that it's the rebel flag because I'm not knocking Trump supporters. Look, I think the man is doing some good things. I don't agree with everything he's doing, but I can't stand watching the news and seeing how they bashing Trump every single day. I didn't like it when they was bashing President Obama every single day. And I want to say President Trump because I just said President Obama, but President Trump is still the president of the United States. He's my president. I will never say that he's not my president. Anybody who was elected by the people of this country is the president of this country. I will say this though, that hat, Make America Great Again. When has it been great? It's getting great, it's becoming great. This country is always gonna be a work in progress. And until it's fair for everybody, at the same time, it will never be at its full potential of being great. So let's not go back to a time where it was great for some and not for all. America has to be great for everybody before it will be great. And until it's great for everybody and then stops being great for everybody, we will not be able to make America great again. So I want to talk to people like Kanye. I get what you're trying to do, but to me, it looks like you're just trying to do a money move. And that's fine. Everybody's got to have they hustle. Everybody's got to have they niche. So I get what Kanye is doing. Now, no, I'm not on the same level as Kanye. I'm not trying to compare myself, but what I'm saying is we make decisions and make moves based on what we think is best for us. I see Kanye and I see Kim and they're a beautiful couple. I give them that, you know, great family, but they're making moves based on money. Like these comments that Kanye is making. Look, no black person has chosen to be in slavery for 400 years. And I know what he was trying to say. I listened to what he had to say, but what I will not do, I will not be listening to no more of your music. I will not be buying any of your music. And I got Apple iPlay or Apple whatever, iMusic, I'm not listening to it on there either. Now, I get it. Other people are saying, you know, he's making some good points. I get you making some good points. The way you're making your good points, to me, it's like clickbait on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You're making these statements so people will listen to you, this controversy. I know what you're trying to say. We need to wake up. And black people, we do need to wake up. Kanye, you did all this right before you dropped the album. You sitting here putting this out there like you did it for any other reason than for your own financial gain. You ain't trying to wake us up. You ain't trying to make us come together because all you did was you pissed off people who followed you. And you did it so that you could sell these CDs. If you had good intentions, you would have did this without putting out the CD. You sitting there wearing your Make America Great Again hat and you playing right into their hand, and I get it. But what you have to understand is you messing with real people's lives out here. People who actually are trying to do something. I'm all for this country coming together. I love this country. I love all the people in this country. It don't matter what the color of your skin is. It don't matter what your sex is. It don't matter what your sexual orientation is. It don't matter what your religion is. Everybody should be able to enjoy this country the same. I seen Rodman, this man on the news crying, talking about how great the situation is, which don't get me wrong. I believe the situation was good, that Trump is trying to make North Korea stop having nukes. I don't think North Korea needs to have nukes, but I can't say that I believe that this man is gonna just give up his nukes. This is what got him here in the first place. You gotta remember that. Rodman, you were in North Korea long before anybody cared about North Korea. You were. You did a great thing, but you ain't have to get out there with that hat trying to make it seem like, oh, now this is the reason why you wearing it, because he's making America great again. This ain't even got nothing to do, well, it does have something to do with us as Americans. But what I'm trying to say is, you could have got out there and did that exact same thing without putting that hat on. Look at the size of these dogs, y'all. Look at the size of them. Yeah, and they barking at me, because I don't look like I belong in this neighborhood, probably. But really, they just big dogs doing what big dogs do, barking. Hope they don't choose to run out that yard, because they might end up sushi. It's gonna take me a minute to get past these dogs, and they just look like puppies. But anyway, as I was saying, I feel that wearing that hat is nothing more than a puppet show. You looking for that controversy behind it. You put that on, and you feel like, come on now, stop yelling at me. So, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna fast forward through this part, probably, because these dogs getting on my nerves. So I guess basically the overall point of what I'm trying to say is, I don't get it. If you're trying to make a point, get on the news, make your point. And the only reason why they doing this is because they had the platform to do it. And CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, all these people, or all these news outlets, they feeding us false stories no matter who you listen to. Don't think that one news media is better than another. I get it. You want to hear the news that most closely fits what you believe. But I'm going to tell you, the truth is somewhere in between, and we ain't getting the truth. No matter who it is, they putting them on with that Make America Great Again hat. They don't care about what's going on. They want their 15 minutes of fame, and when they feel like they slipping or they losing it, they trying to come back. I could never put that hat on, because America has never been great for everybody. The media is so jacked up no matter how you look at it. The music that we listen to is jacked up. It's lying to us. It's making us feel certain ways. The news that we listen to is jacked up. It's trying to make us believe what they want us to believe. Me, I believe this country is still heading towards being great, but we ain't there yet, and we've never been there before. That's the only problem I got. That hat, just what it stands for and what it says, just alone. If he could have said, Make America Great, I could have supported that. But when you say Make America Great Again, I can't get behind that. And the reason why, it's only getting better. Why would we go back to a time where it wasn't great? Or, not that it wasn't great, but when it wasn't great for everybody. It's always been great. It ain't never stopped being great in comparison to some other countries around us. But what I will say is this, we ain't there yet. And don't start feeling like you arrived, because we haven't. As for Donald Trump, I got nothing against that man. Let him be president. And if you don't like that I said that, that's okay. I know I'm gonna get negative comments about every single thing, but that man he won the election. He didn't win the popular vote. So what? That ain't how our system is set up. And we know that now. I mean, goodness gracious. Is that big of a deal? The man is president, but I'm also tired of hearing about this lady, Hillary Clinton. Every time Trump do something wrong, Republicans want to say, well, Hillary Clinton. Well, Hillary Clinton ain't president. She ain't never been president, wasn't gonna be president. And the same thing with y'all daggone. Man, I'm telling you, I ain't a Republican or a Democrat. I guess I would fall into independent, because the one thing is, I will never, ever talk bad about this country. I will never, I ain't gonna say never. I got my opinions on president, but hey, like I said, I might not like the man, might not like everything he stand for, but he's still my president. This is my country. It's your country too. The people have spoken. And yes, it might not have been the majority of the people, but the way the people set up the system for presidency, they spoke. If you don't like the way things are going, you need to get out and vote. And if you feel like you need to put that hat on, I want you just to think real good and hard. And somebody tell me, and you can leave a comment if you want to, but tell me when America has been better than it is right now. And I ain't talking about presidency. I'm talking about for all. I get it, some of y'all gonna say President Obama was a much better president. I would agree, but I'm the only person who's honest to say the reason why I think that he was such a great president is because he looked a little bit like me. He did some things I didn't agree with. I can be honest about that. No president has ever been perfect, but I liked President Obama because he looked like me. He did something for me and my kids and the people with the same color of skin as me. He made people think that anything was possible in this country, because I was the first person that didn't look like every other president in history. That was his biggest accomplishment. That was his legacy. They'll never be able to take that away from him. And nobody will ever be able to take that away from my kids. Finally, for the first time ever, I'll be able to say my kids can absolutely, without a doubt, be anything in this country that they want to be. And that's how I know we ain't choosing to be slaves, but the system's the way it's just set up. We still all wrapped in bondage. I won't agree with you, Kanye. I won't agree with you. Well, I mean, Dennis Rodman ain't said nothing that I disagree with. I think if we can get this junk resolved with North Korea, that'd be a great thing. But I don't agree with the fact that you wore that hat. You gotta read things clearly. If you're a president, if you're a Trump supporter, put on a Trump t-shirt. Say you're a Trump supporter. Anytime and say, make America great again. When has it been better than it is right now? For all people, black, white, Hispanic, gay, all religions, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jews, all this. Right now is the only time that everybody has been able to walk these streets and feel safe. And I get it, why people gonna say we don't feel safe. Yeah, I still I fear the police, but I fear a little bit of everybody. I ain't just fearing no police. Any man who look like he planning on doing me harm, that fear of me having to defend myself is there. I ain't talking like a tough guy. I'm just saying. I do fear using my concealed carry rights. I am a concealed carry holder. I fear using it because of being stopped by police and them looking at me like I'm some type of threat because I am a black man and I carry a firearm. I fear a lot of things. Heck, them dogs was on the corner. Sometimes I fear them too. This is the country we live in. It ain't perfect. It never has been. But what I would say is this, we still live in one of the best countries on this earth. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that Make America Great Again hat, I don't know who that was meant for, but it wasn't meant for me. A lot of y'all that's watching, it wasn't meant for y'all. Don't fall for Kanye's stuff. And I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but I'm telling you right now, when you're talking about money, money will make people do some strange things. Kanye ain't no different. That man saw money move. He put on that hat. I guarantee he probably got paid nicely. And if he ain't get paid nicely, he getting paid nicely because of that CD that just dropped. Same way with Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman all happy because he got the nod from President Trump. But I'm telling you right now, some of them people that's nodding at President Trump, they ain't nodding at you, bruh. So just think, 6 months before President Trump became president, the news was saying that racism didn't exist in this country. Then about 6 months after President Trump became president, Virginia had a rally. It was Virginia, right? I believe it was Virginia. They had a rally out there with a bunch of Nazi supporters, and then a white woman gets killed by the Nazi protesters or whatever you want to call them. And then all of a sudden, everybody's talking about how racism existed in the United States, like it ever went somewhere. Until racism and just the hate of a person's skin color. You don't know me, but you'll judge me based off the color of my skin. Until that's gone, until people stop hating on gays and lesbians, until people stop hating on Muslims, until people stop hating on Hispanics, until you stop hating across the board in this country, America will never be to the point where it's at its greatest. So let's not move backwards and try and recreate old times in America. Let's move forward and finally make America its greatest, because like I said, it's already great. Greatest country on earth. But let's make it its best, reach its full potential of greatness. And that's when, if it ever leaves after being that great, I will put on a Make America Great Again hat. But right now, let's just make America great. This Shaw the Barber, AKA Skilled Hands at Work, AKA Shaw, signing off.